Hello guys, today we will talk about Kamala Harris and her life, but before we start, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and don't forget to look at my channel for more famous people. Let's start. Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States, made history as the first woman, first black woman, and first South Asian person to hold this office. Born in Oakland, California, to immigrant parents from India and Jamaica, Harris has a diverse background that has shaped her perspectives and political priorities. She began her career in law as a prosecutor and eventually became the District Attorney of San Francisco and later the Attorney General of California. Known for her focus on criminal justice reform, environmental issues, and healthcare, she was elected to the U.S. Senate in 2016, where she gained national attention for her sharp questioning in Senate hearings. Her role as Vice President marks a significant step forward for representation in American politics, and she continues to advocate for issues like voting rights, economic equality, and public health, working closely with President Joe Biden to address the nation's most pressing challenges. Let's talk about her childhood. Kamala Harris was born on October 20, 1964, in Oakland, California, to immigrant parents. Her mother, Shimala Gopalan, was a cancer researcher from India, and her father, Donald Harris, an economist from Jamaica. Raised in a multicultural environment, Harris was deeply influenced by her mother's Indian heritage and her father's Caribbean background. After her parents separated, Kamala and her sister Maya were primarily raised by their mother, who instilled in them a strong sense of identity, pride, and activism. Growing up in Berkeley, California, Kamala was introduced to civil rights and social justice from an early age. Her mother often took her to protests and community events, fostering Kamala's commitment to social causes. As a child, Kamala attended both a Black Baptist church and a Hindu temple, embracing both parts of her heritage. Later, she moved to Montreal, Canada, for her mother's work, where she completed high school. Harris's early years were marked by the blending of cultures and a strong emphasis on education, which became foundational to her career and values. Let's talk about election. Kamala Harris has been a strong advocate for voting rights, emphasizing the importance of protecting democracy and expanding access to the ballot. Since becoming vice president, she has prioritized efforts to counteract voter suppression, especially in historically marginalized communities. Harris has traveled across the country to engage communities and encourage voter turnout, highlighting the need for fair elections. One of her key initiatives was championing the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act, which aimed to restore and strengthen parts of the Voting Rights Act that had been weakened by the Supreme Court in recent years. This act sought to prevent discriminatory voting practices and ensure federal oversight in states with histories of voter suppression. Harris has also been vocal about the need to address gerrymandering, improve vote-by-mail systems, and provide protections for poll workers and volunteers. Through speeches, community outreach, and her work with organizations dedicated to voting rights, Harris has worked to ensure that voting remains accessible, secure, and inclusive for all Americans. Okay guys, for today it's enough. I hope you guys like my videos. See you next time. Bye.